Hello everyone, and welcome to the Military Writers Society of America's video announcement of our 2026 season's awards finalists. Before announcing this year's winners, we'll provide you with a short description of MWSA's review and awards system. Next, we'll see how the 2026 season has progressed to this point. We'll then move to the highlight of this video, the unveiling of our 2026 finalists. Finally, we'll cover the culminating event of our 2026 season, our upcoming membership conference and awards banquet in Orlando, Florida. Unlike most literary award programs, MWSA scores each season's books against a standard, not against each other. Because of this unique evaluation system, if we receive several books that all score at the highest level, they'll all win gold medals. On the other hand, if a book is submitted in any category and does not meet our medal award threshold, it won't win an award. In fact, if none of the submitted books in a particular genre score high enough for an award, we won't award any medals in that category. We also use 3 different reviewers for each book, and each reviewer evaluates using a multiple-choice, numerical scoring system to ensure that every one of our reviews and scores is consistent and objective. MWSA reviewers are all volunteers representing a diverse cross-section of MWSA membership, with different backgrounds, interests, and talents. At this point, it's worth mentioning an aspect of MWSA's review and award process that distinguishes us from any other review and award-granting organization, our author feedback system. When our reviewers evaluate a book, they submit both numerical scores and evaluation comments. These reviewer comments serve 2 purposes. 1. They document and justify each reviewer's scoring within our evaluation system. 2. And more importantly, these same scoring comments serve as feedback to the author. This detailed author feedback is what truly separates MWSA's review and award system from all the others. When will you get your MWSA reviewer feedback? Awards finalists will have to wait until after our awards banquet to receive their comments and feedback. If your name and book are not among those we'll be announcing in a few minutes, you'll be getting your reviewer comments in an email notification in a few days. Whether or not we mention your name as an MWSA Awards finalist this evening, you should be proud. You've worked hard and published a book, which is something that very few of us can manage. To learn more about our review process and philosophy, please visit our website at mwsadispatches.com. Let's now have a look at our 2026 season. Our season was a true record-breaker. This season's 130 books exceeded last year's haul by 40 books and surpassed our previous record season by a wide margin. Of the 130 books submitted this season, 75 books, or 65% of the total submitted, scored high enough to garner MWSA medals. Those 75 medal winners are our awards finalists, who we'll be recognizing shortly. To give you an idea of the quality of this year's submissions, 23 books, or 20%, scored high enough to win MWSA's coveted gold medal. But you'll have to wait until our awards banquet on the 24th of October in Orlando to learn who won which medal. It's now time to announce this season's awards finalists. As a reminder, everyone mentioned in the following list of finalists has won either a bronze, silver, or gold medal. We'll be listing our award winners by genre, and within each genre, alphabetically by book title. In the category of anthology/collection, Unbreaking the Circle, Stories of Service by Southwest Writers, Dan Wetmore, contributor and editor. In the category of chapter book, Stronger Together by A.L. Zine. In the category of historical fiction, A Gamble on Liberty by Robert W. Smith. Both Sides of the Pond, My Family's War, 1933 to 1946 by Barbara Kent Lawrence. Codename, Parsifal by Martin Roy Hill. Hatfield 1677 by Laura C. Rader. Perilous Shores by Thomas M. Wing. Sheltering Angel of Belleau by Luella Bryant. The Mapmaker, a novel of World War II by Tom Young. The Tide Waits for No Woman by Richard K. Perkins. When Heroes Flew, Black Thursday by H.W. Buzz Bernard. In the category of history, Forged in Fire, Grief, Purpose, and Devotion of a Woman at War by Robert L. Gangwer. Hill 119, Defending a Reconnaissance Marines OP, Vietnam 1969-70 by Colonel Michael O'Fallon, U.S. Marine Corps, retired. Images of America, Grant County by Penny Rafferty Hamilton, Ph.D. On board the USS Boise in World War II, The Battles and Secret Missions of Light Cruiser CL 47 by Ian S. Bertram. Sirens in the Loop, A History of the City News Bureau of Chicago by Paul Zimbracos and James Elsener. In the category of horror, fantasy, sci-fi, Guard in the Garden by Z.S. Diamante. Seeker by Glenn S. Robertson. In the category of how to business, self-help, College Finances for Military Families by Kate Horrell. Disaster and Emergency Preparedness Checklist by Captain Stephen J. Craig, U.S. Coast Guard Reserve, retired. Helm and Horizon, Daily Leadership Principles for the Motivated Sailor by Stephen Paul Lapide, U.S. Navy, retired. Leadership is Tough, Skills, Decisions, Disciplines. What Great Leaders Do Differently by Mary Kelly and Peter Stark. Learning to Live from Those Willing to Die by David E. Grogan. New Mission, Your Career Transition by Walter Noason. The Art of Leadership by David Ochiltree. The 4 Stars of Leadership, Scientifically Derived Principles from the Experiences of America's Highest-Ranking Leaders by Tom Collins, M.D., M.S. In the category of literary fiction, Always on My Mind by Bob Every. The Whispers of War by Sarah L. Peachy. In the category of memoir/biography, Broken Destiny, The Story of Sergeant William M. O'Laughlin, United States Army Air Force by Mark Verwiel and Mario Acevedo. Camouflage, How I Emerged from the Shadows of a Military Marriage by Heather Sweeney. Colored Pebbles by Del Stecker. Crazy Horse, Flying Apache Attack Helicopters with the 1st Cavalry Division in Iraq, 2006 to 2007 by Daniel M. McClinton. Disgracefully Easy, A.B., 24 Pilots' Letters Home by William Hanchett with Thomas F. Hanchett. Fatal Second Helen, A Modern Veteran's Iliad by Josh Cannon. Fugitive Son by Aramis Calderon. Grunt 0311 Reflections of a Marine Rifleman by George P. Berg. I'm Alive, A Young Fighter Pilot's Diary of the U.S. Navy Air War in Vietnam, 1964 to 1965 by Errol F. Riley, Kevin Callahan, Christopher P. Callahan. Jungle Ghosts, Walking Point in Vietnam by Ed Mann. Kick the Tires and Light the Fires, My Life as a Naval Aviator, FAA Test Pilot and Aviation Consultant by David Paul West with Ron Martz. Knowing My Father, The Collision of the O.B. Jennings and War Night by Colonel Joseph R. Tedeschi, U.S. Army, retired. Pig Fat Soup, How I Survived My USS Pueblo Prisoner of War Journey by Stephen Wolk and Robert Lofthouse. Scattered, Smothered, and Covered, A Memoir of Resilience by Sandra Toe. The Legacy of the Twins Platoon by Christy Sorrow, Jr. The Resurrected Pirate, The Life, Death, and Subsequent Career of the Notorious George Lowther by Craig S. Chapman. Unlearning What Worked by Matthew S. James. Waiting at the Red Gate by Weston Radebush. In the category of mystery, thriller, crime, Arctic Red by James Bultema. Assassin's Mace, a Jake Palmer novel by Ron McManus. Dances with Arrows by Steve Stratton. Home for the Homicides by Rosalie Spielman. Invaders of the Heartland by James Bultema. Jones Point by Sean Haggerty. Project Dark Heart, a Black Spear novel by Benjamin Spada. Sacred Plunder by Philip Daigle. Savage Remorse by Macklin Gray. Soulless by Joseph Badal. Stealing Stealth by Brian L. Reese. Target Kiev by J.M. Taylor. Task Force Thunderbolt by Galen D. Peterson. The Big Bad by Brad Hustis. The Gotland Deception by James Roswan. The Organization, Operative Nova by Daniel C. Davis. The Suwalki Crisis by James Rosone, and The Vatican Deal by Michael Balter. In the category of pictorial/coffee table, Raiding the Rising Sun, The Doolittle Raid, America Strikes Back, an illustrated day-by-day account by Dan Steelman. In the category of picture book, George Eaton's Aunt Granny Rode a Pig Home Yesterday by Nancy Pankow. Veteran Adventure Stories, Charlie Plum by Stephanie Hennessy. Veteran Adventure Stories, Gregory Gadsden by Stephanie Hennessy. In the category of poetry book, I Remember You, Between Memory and Silence, A Voice Remains by Patrick J. Hughes. In the category of religious/spiritual, Coherent Chaos, The Unity Paradox by A. Quinn Stanley, Ph.D. In the category of romance, Into the Mist by L.K. Aldrich. Viking by Briley Scott. Where There's Smoke, A Texas Love Story by Reese Walther. In the category of young adult, fiction or nonfiction, Along the Trail by Casey Curtis and Helodome by Jack Bartley. On behalf of our MWSA leadership and all our members in the U.S. and overseas, we congratulate our 2026 finalists. They worked hard and submitted some incredible literature this season. Before closing tonight's announcement, let's cover the final step of every awards season, our annual conference and awards banquet. Last year, we gathered in Kansas City, Missouri. This year, we'll head to the land of Mickey Mouse, Orlando, Florida. We hope that everyone will be able to join us for this year's conference, which runs from the 22nd to the 24th of October. You'll have a chance to network with your fellow MWSA authors, attend seminars and presentations about various aspects of the writing process, and enjoy the sights and sounds of Orlando too. As always, we'll cap off the conference on Saturday evening with our awards banquet. At that time, we'll present our finalists with their gold, silver, or bronze medals. For details or to register, visit the conference page on our website. But don't wait too long, because those hotel rooms won't stay open for long. Once again, we congratulate our 2026 finalists. Thanks for joining us this evening. See you in Orlando.